Highline Incorporated is now represented by Wyant, Wheeler, Hellerman, Tetlow, and Brown.
Outstanding.
And more specifically, Senior Associate Andrew Beckett.
Yes! Bravo!
Philadelphia is a 1993 American legal drama film directed by Jonathan Demme that would find box office success and would be one of the very first major Hollywood films to address the disease, AIDS. Tom Hanks stars as Andrew Beckett, a senior associate at Wyant, Wheeler, Hellerman, Tetlow, and Brown, a law firm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Working on a successful career in the law office, Beckett conceals the fact that he is homosexual and that he is suffering from AIDS.
Hey, Andy, terrific job on the Kendall situation.
Top notch, Mr. Beckett.
Thanks, Kenneth. Robert.
Hi, Mr. Beckett.
Hi, Rose. And Thea, just the paralegal extraordinaire I was hoping to see.
I know what that means. The answer is no.
I'm talking dinner at Felicia's.
Beginning to show signs of the illness, including lesions, he stays home at work for 10 days while working on an important case assigned to him. He winds up at the hospital and is met by his lover, Miguel Alvarez, played by Antonio Banderas.
Miguel, I almost lost in front of everybody.
So what? It's nothing to be ashamed of, huh?
Shame, it's just... what about my blood work?
We're waiting. Meanwhile, I want to prep you for a colonoscopy. We want to take a look inside.
Sounds delightful.
Wait a minute. What do you need to do this?
Who are you?
Who are you, doctor?
This is my partner.
Yeah.
He keeps records of all my hospital visits. It's nothing personal.
While there, he is informed by his colleagues that paperwork on the case is missing, and there are no copies on the computer's hard drive.
The hard disk on my computer.
Great.
You're gonna have to print it up on the double and run it through word processing yourself.
Okay, what'd you find on it?
HL1. Jamie, I don't have to remind you, do I, that we are up against the statute of limitations on this complaint, and it runs out in 75 minutes.
It's not here, Andy.
Not there. I'm on my way.
At the last minute, the paperwork is located and filed with the court just in time. Beckett is called into a meeting with the managing partners, including Charles Wheeler, played by Jason Robards.
Charles, I must apologize again for the Highline mishap yesterday. That was some scary moment.
What about next time?
There won't be a next time. I guarantee it.
Yeah. It's just that something's come over you lately, Andy. I don't know. Some kind of stupor, fogginess.
Some people think you have an attitude problem, Beckett.
Really? Who thinks that?
I do.
Excuse me. Am I being fired?
Let me put it this way, Andy. Your place in the future of this firm is no longer secure. We feel it isn't fair to keep you here when your prospects are limited.
We've got a committee meeting.
Wait, excuse me, Charles. With all due respect, this is preposterous. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you're right, Beckett. You don't have an attitude problem.
Take it easy, Walter.
If you had lost confidence in me, why'd you give me the Highline suit?
Andy, you nearly blew the entire case, for Christ's sakes. That alone is inexcusable. It would have been catastrophic for us.
Uh-huh.
Believing that someone has deliberately hid the paperwork to give the firm an excuse to fire him for having AIDS, Beckett decides to sue the law firm and unsuccessfully attempts 9 times to find a lawyer. During his 10th attempt, he arrives at the office of personal injury lawyer Joe Miller, played by Denzel Washington.
What can I do for you?
I've been fired by Wyant Wheeler. Plan on bringing a wrongful termination suit against Charles Wheeler and his partners.
You want to sue Wyant, Wheeler, Hellerman, Tetlow, and Brown?
Correct. I'm seeking representation.
Continue.
Miller is a conservative who is not only terrified of being around somebody with AIDS, but also finds himself skeptical of Beckett's claims.
So you were concealing your illness?
That's correct.
All right, explain this to me like I'm a 2-year-old, okay? Because there's an element to this thing I just cannot get through my thick head. Didn't you have an obligation to tell your employer you had this dreaded, deadly, infectious disease?
That's not the point. From the day they hired me to the day I was fired, I served my clients consistently, thoroughly, with absolute excellence. If they hadn't fired me, that's what I'd be doing today.
And they don't want to fire you for having AIDS, so in spite of your brilliance, they'd make you look incompetent, thus the mysterious lost file? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Correct. I was sabotaged.
I don't buy it, counselor.
That's very disappointing.
I don't see a case.
I have a case. If you don't want it for personal reasons.
Thank you, that's correct. I don't.
Well, thank you for your time, Counselor.
Mr. Beckett. I'm sorry about what happened to you. It's a bitch, you know?
After rushing to his doctor out of AIDS, fear, and paranoia, Miller goes home to his wife Lisa, played by Lisa Summerall, and his baby daughter. He admits that he finds the idea of homosexuality repugnant.
All right, well, hey, I admit it, okay? I'm prejudiced. I don't like homosexuals. There, you got me.
All right. I mean, the way these guys do that thing, don't they get confused?
No, I don't know. Is that yours? Is that mine?
You know, I don't want to be in the bed with anybody who's stronger than me or that has more hair on their chest than I do. Now, you can call me old-fashioned, you can call me conservative. Just call me a man.
Unable to find representation from another lawyer, Beckett feels compelled to act as his own attorney. While conducting research at a law library, Miller sees Beckett at a nearby table. Feeling pity and sympathy, he agrees to take the case after Beckett finds a possible legal precedent.
The Federal Vocational Rehabilitation Act of 1973 prohibits discrimination against otherwise qualified handicapped persons who are able to perform the duties required by their employment. Although the ruling did not address the specific issue of HIV and AIDS discrimination,
subsequent decisions have held that AIDS is protected as a handicap under law, not only because of the physical limitations it imposes, but because the prejudice surrounding AIDS exacts a social death which precedes the actual physical one.
The case goes to a highly publicized trial, with steely brilliant defense attorney Belinda Conine representing the law firm, played by Mary Steenburgen.
Andrew Beckett's performance on the job varied from competent, good, to oftentimes mediocre, to sometimes flagrantly incompetent.
The defense claims that Beckett was incompetent and that he deliberately tried to hide his condition, with the defense team even digging up the unfortunate sexual encounter that resulted in Beckett being infected with AIDS.
Do you take risks?
In my work, yes, calculated risks. You have to.
Have you ever been to the Stallion Showcase Cinema on 21st Street?
I've been to that. I've been to that theater 3 times in my life.
What kind of movies do they show there?
Gay movies.
Gay pornographic movies?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this line of questioning is vital to the issue of credibility.
Let's see where this is going. Continue, counselor.
Do men have sex with each other in that theater?
Some men.
Have you ever had sex with anyone in that theater?
I'm Robert.
Andy.
Yes. Once.
When? Approximately what year did that event take place?
I guess it was 1984, 84, 85.
Were you aware in 1984-85 that there was a fatal disease out there called AIDS and that you could contract it through sexual activity?
I've heard of a thing, that gay plague, the gay cancer. We didn't know how you could get it, or that it killed you.
In the meantime, Miller tries his best to represent his client in the court of law, while still having strong opinions on the cultural aspect of the case.
You're not getting a little light in the sneakers, are you, pal?
Funny. Let me tell you something. These people make me sick, Philco. But a law's been broken. You remember the law, don't you?
As Beckett's health continues to decline and the trial continues to push forward, Miller continues to have to separate the legal feelings from the personal feelings.
It's a great case. I saw you on television. I'm a law student at Penn.
Oh.
How you doing?
All right. How are you?
All right.
Saw me on TV.
Yeah.
It's a good school, Penn. Good school. What year you?
Second.
Good.
Listen, I just wanted to tell you, this case, it's tremendously important. And I just wanted to let you know, I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Look, you graduate. You give me a call, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Listen, Joe.
Yeah.
Would you like to have a drink with me? I just finished a game and I could use a beer, you know?
No, I can't. My wife is...
I don't pick up people in drugstores every day.
What do you think, I'm gay?
Aren't you?
What's the matter with you? Do I look gay to you?
Do I look gay to you? Joe, relax.
No, what do you mean relax? You know how to kick your faggoty little ass.
Take it as a compliment, jeez.
You know, that is exactly the kind of bullshit that makes people hate you, little faggoty ass.
Jonathan Demme stated that he was moved to direct this movie after a friend of his, an illustrator, Juan Suarez Botas, was diagnosed with AIDS. The script was partially based on a discrimination lawsuit by Jeffrey Bowers, a young lawyer working for a prominent multinational law firm. The directors decided to fire him in July 1986, 2 months after he received good marks on a routine performance evaluation. At the time, Bowers was suffering from AIDS. He was fired December 4th, 1986, and departed the firm the following day. The case took 6 years to resolve. Eventually, the agency awarded a large sum in damages and back pay. However, Bowers died of AIDS just 2 months after the hearings began. His long-term boyfriend died a year later, also from AIDS. Jeffrey Bowers' family sued the writers and producers of this film. The lawsuit was settled in 1996, and while terms of the agreement were not released, the defendants did acknowledge that the film was inspired in part by Jeffrey Bowers' story. The movie was filmed from October 1992 to January 1993 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The different working titles for the movie included Probable Cause, At Risk, and People Like Us. The courtroom scenes were filmed in an actual courtroom that the city let the filmmakers use. It was not a set. This movie was filmed in sequence. Jonathan Demme initially wanted Daniel Day-Lewis to play Andrew Beckett, but he turned down the role in favor of the film In the Name of the Father. Michael Keaton, William Baldwin, Tim Robbins, and Andy Garcia were all considered for the lead role. Tom Hanks lost 26 pounds for the role in this film. Denzel Washington, on the other hand, was asked to gain a few pounds for his character. Washington would often torture Tom Hanks by eating bars of chocolate in front of him. Originally, Jonathan Demme was going to cast a comedic actor in the role of Joe Miller, as he felt it would give a good counterbalance for Tom Hanks, who had already been cast, and to give an audience more of a feeling that it's okay to watch a movie about a gay man dying of AIDS. He considered casting Bill Murray or Robin Williams, but when Denzel Washington showed interest in the role, he gave it to him instead. James Woods was considered for the role of Charles Wheeler. According to a 1994 Entertainment Weekly profile of actor Ron Vawter, Jonathan Demme had to convince TriStar Pictures to hire Ron Vawter because he was HIV positive and the insurance company refused to extend the coverage to him. Jonathan Demme managed to convince TriStar to allow him to hire Vawter anyway. Vawter died in March 1994, shortly after this film's release. The American Film Institute noted that some 53 AIDS-positive actors appeared in this film, and up to 43 of them, including Ron Vawter, died within a year of its release. In a trademark of director Jonathan Demme, characters look directly into the camera all throughout this movie in some extreme close-ups, and the trademark is present in several scenes, and it adds a very uncomfortable feeling to the film. Director Jonathan Demme wanted people not familiar with AIDS to see the movie. He felt that Bruce Springsteen should write a song for the soundtrack and help bring in an audience that would not normally see a movie like this. Bruce Springsteen recorded the song The Streets of Philadelphia. The song would hit number 9 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 charts in April 1994. This movie was a success at the box office, grossing a total of $206.7 million. President Bill Clinton screened the movie at the White House November 13, 1993. Director Jonathan Demme noted that during the screening at the White House in front of 50 guests, President Clinton left the room when the scene of the men dancing in uniform was shown, later taking guests on a tour of the White House after the movie instead of discussing it. Director Jonathan Demme said he was disappointed in President Clinton for not discussing AIDS after the movie and for leaving to relieve himself. Many gay publications had issues with the film, and many gay viewers felt that Jonathan Demme failed to accurately portray someone living with AIDS. Nevertheless, this film would earn Tom Hanks his first Best Actor award at the 66th Academy Awards on March 21st, 1994. I actually saw parts of this movie as far back as on cable or video in the 1990s. It was difficult to avoid because of the huge fame of Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. All I knew about AIDS as a kid, not knowing about sex, was that if you're infected and you mix blood, you get this disease and you die, period. It was terrifying. Television shows, even morning cartoons and stuff, the television shows I watched as a kid, there were a ton of public service announcements. If somebody's afraid of something, that doesn't necessarily make it ignorance. It's scary, but fear is a very real thing. This movie is very hard for me to rate. On one hand, it is a good film, but on the other hand, it is so depressing. I mean, nobody wants to watch a movie about some poor guy suffering from illness. It's very sad. Because it was a good movie, but because it's such a downer and the subject matter is so uncomfortable, I will go ahead and give this movie a 6-star rating, which is lower than a film of this caliber normally would have due to its distressing subject matter. Nevertheless, the acting is great. Jason Robards is great as always. And so this is an interesting film and certainly an iconic courtroom drama of the early 1990s.